Start this recording for everyone. You will get a copy of this webinar at the end of the class. Will give you an opportunity to put your information down so you can get the replay of this. Really quick, I want to introduce myself. I'm the host, Jordan Lynham. I own a social media agency out of Maryland. We've been doing this for almost a decade now, creeping up on that time frame, which sounds crazy to actually say. But we've been working with brands of all different sizes, from startups to Fortune 500 companies. You name it, we've done something. I will approve that request for you, for your note taker. And we've been able to help business owners not only go viral, but increase their revenue streams through the vehicle of social media. And it's really, really fun. It's really powerful. Getting people noticed, getting their brands online, enhancing their brand image. It's really, really fun, and I enjoy doing it. But enough about me. I want to talk about why you guys joined today, right? And talk about the viral video cheat code. And what is the viral video cheat code? So today I'm actually going to share my screen and show you guys a whiteboard, and you will get a copy of this whiteboard. So do not worry. So the viral video cheat code, what is it? What can it do? Well, it's very, very powerful. Before we get it into what is it, I want to just show you some of the results that we've been able to accumulate using this viral video cheat code. So personally, got over 5 million views, thousands of subscribers and followers online, doing it on my own personal testings. Then we started to work with some client accounts with it. As you'll see down here, 1.6 million views on YouTube, 300,000 people reached on Facebook, another 1.9 million people. This was actually just this month, actually, on an Instagram account that we were working on. That video got, 5 million views across social media channels, 1.5 million again on a Facebook on one of our client accounts. You'll see Dr. Gail. She actually tested out the viral video cheat code. She was getting 2,000, 1,000, 2,000 views, had a video do about 360,000 plus views. And you'll see some personal screenshots here of myself, tens and hundreds and even millions of views online. So what is the viral video cheat code? You keep bringing it up, Jordan. What is it? Well, I'm going to show you guys some examples of it. And I want to see if you're able to pick up on some of the actual patterns of the viral video cheat code. So let's go ahead. Let me make sure I share my sound. Oops, gotta put my password in. Let's watch this first video.
These pilots destroyed 2 helicopters. Pay attention to the helicopter about to land because that's Carol, and she was supposed to be gone for another hour. Now watch Mark because he's about to take off, and I want to know who you think is at fault because as Carol made her approach, she said that she saw Mark's helicopter, but she wasn't sure if his rotor blades were turning or not. And check out how Mark is getting distracted by this other guy talking to him, and that guy's going to regret standing there in just a minute because as Carol moved towards Mark, she's not even paying attention to him anymore, and this is about to end in a disaster because Carol's focused on trying to land in her box. Find out who got blamed in the full video on my channel.
Okay, so that was example number 1. Let's watch example.
Lawyer's reaction.
I've never been asked if I'm a citizen before when I'm traveling down the road. Am I free to go or are you detaining me?
You are being detained, ma'am.
Okay, I'm being detained on what grounds?
Checkpoint authority.
So, what happens to me if I refuse to answer your question?
You'll stay here until you're answered.
I'm a teacher. I'm on vacation. I got time.
If you want to stay here, that's fine.
That's fine.
I'm trying to explain everything to you.
No, I'm very curious about what happened.
In the United States of America, you have a Fifth Amendment right not to answer questions from law enforcement, including Border Patrol, if you feel that doing so will incriminate you in a crime. Now, when you apply the laws to this video, the Border Patrol officer asked if she was a citizen and she refused to answer, which legally she's entitled to do. And legally, Border Patrol is absolutely entitled to detain her in order to ascertain her immigration status. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, even if you're not at a border crossing, a Border Patrol agent can detain you if you refuse to identify whether or not you have lawful status in the United States in order to investigate you to make that determination. So legally speaking, no, she does not have to answer the officer's questions.
Boom. So that was another example. Show you guys one more
Here's a side hustle for the broke teenagers. You can make $500 per day passively with just a phone and a laptop.
All right, I'm ready for this.
You serious?
And I'm not talking about drop shipping, SOMA, crypto, or any of those side hustles. This is
Drum roll, please.
something new and unsaturated. So first, go to Google Maps and search for a business type. I chose solar companies, but it really doesn't matter. Then you're gonna find the businesses that don't have a website. And here's the best part, you hardly have to do any of the work on your own. All you have to do is call up these businesses and offer them a website for completely free.
Free. Who needs to charge money these days, right?
Pick up the phone and start dialing.
Then to actually get the website, we're going to go and grab one of the pre-made website templates within GoHighLevel, change it around a little bit, and then give this to them. Then after we do this, we'll have a bunch of businesses that we're working with and that trust us. The next thing to do is offer them the other features within GoHighLevel. Things like Google review automation, missed call text back, or AI chatbots. But the thing is, for these, they're going to have to pay us every single month.
That's actually a really good idea.
Awesome. Yes, these are reaction videos. They're very simple, very similar to reaction videos that you guys might have seen before.
These pilot
What is the viral video?
Lawyer.
So these creators online, and it's happening more than ever these days,
Here's a side
are leveraging other viral videos online. So you'll see over here, Pilot Debrief, his whole channel is actually about
pilots destroy.
his whole channel is about reviewing clips of other pilots, helicopters, planes, etc., you name it. And he's taking these clips online and he's actually putting a reaction and his opinion on some of them, letting people, educating people, letting them know what went wrong, who's actually in the wrong in that situation. Hugo Lord has absolutely dominated this strategy. He is a lawyer out of the West Coast, I believe, and he has millions of followers online using this exact strategy. He takes viral videos online, these controversial kind of plays, as you'll see the checkpoint, and then he leverages and positions himself as the expert and uses that viral video that's already gone viral. And then with his testimony on the end, now that video really, really goes far and he's positioned as the expert. I had another example of an accountant, Jasmine DeLucchi. She does a really, really good job doing it as well. Built up hundreds of thousands of followers following this exact same strategy, using a viral video online, whether it's a hook or you're actually reacting to the video and giving your take on it. Similar to kind of what Ben was doing, and it is working so well. It's working for organic content, it's working for paid media. As you'll notice, I'll show you some examples of Alex Hormozi. He is a very successful entrepreneur, owns he's absolutely dominated the social media space, but in business as well, he's done a lot. He has a business portfolio company with over $100 million in valuations. And you'll notice, again, Zach Plays does the same thing, 480,000 followers doing this exact same strategy, reacting to videos, viral videos online. And you'll notice we actually did a viral video cheat code campaign a couple of years ago for one of my good buddies, Nick, and his company. We stitched a video that was very popular. I'm going to play it real quick, and some of you guys might have remembered this video from back in the day.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know? What's a piece of information?
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know? And then people were stitching the actual video. So it's very similar to that structure where you could take this viral video and then you could come on screen and talk about what's next. That video alone almost helped us generate $50,000 in online sales in about 4 months with Nick and what we did on that TikTok run. Now, we did some other videos, of course, some other creatives that help, but that video was very, very successful in our run. All organic. We did no paid media for that one. And then here is Alex Hormozi talking about the hooks, right? And I'll explain why the viral video cheat code works after we watch Alex real quick.
You guys just have to obsess about the first 5 seconds. No extra words, very clear, maps to the thumb, maps to the headline. It's just practice. I would look back at all my top converting clips, grab the hooks, and then try and remake 5 more with that same hook that still delivered tactical value, and then made that my next content thing, and then just kind of keep recycling that structure.
Boom. So that guy right there has a lot of gold nuggets, and he drops a lot of good gems online. And if he's telling you himself that he's focusing on the hook, that should tell you a lot, right? Because most of the time, what happens as a creator, we spend all this time, outlining our video, getting the idea set up, filming the video, editing it. And then when we post it, it only goes out to 200, 500, maybe 1,000 people actually see the video that we feel like we work so hard on. And I would guarantee you, if you went back into your metrics, one of the metrics that is really, really hurting us is our average watch time. So people aren't even getting past the first 3 to 5 seconds. That's why Alex understands the hook is the most important part. If you lose a viewer in that first 3 to 5 seconds, they're scrolling away and you're never going to get them back. So it's just gone and done. And we now are actually hurting ourselves in the algorithm, because the algorithm's telling itself, hey, viewers aren't even getting halfway to this video. So no one is actually seeing it. It's not even getting pushed deep into the algorithm. And that's when I started to see a few months ago that a lot of people were kind of like cheat coding this with the viral video hooks. And I was like, that's very interesting. I wonder if that could work. So I tested it out for myself, and the results were really, really shocking. Millions of views and thousands of followers in less than 90 days doing it. And it seemed like every single video that I was using a viral hook on was just going viral. And, it just kept going and kept going until I was like, you know what? I need to start teaching people about this, because it could really help them out. It could grow them on social media. It could help grow their business. I know my buddy Chris, he just did a viral video cheat code about 2 weeks ago, and he landed a really big commercial account from it. Again, no ad spend done for that. Person just found him organically, saw his other content that he was posting, hit him up about services, and they were able to get a contract locked in. So it is really, really powerful for not only building your brand awareness, but lead generation and actually getting those sales in. So the viral video cheat code is leveraging viral videos already as your hook. And how do we find these videos online? Well, they're already all over social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever you call it, YouTube, TikTok. All these videos are online. And I would guarantee you that if you spend about 15 to 20 minutes on your feed scrolling down, you could find a video that relates to your industry that you could talk about. You could use that as your viral, 3 to 5 second hook, or you could actually do the whole review clip of how other people were doing, and you can use that to your advantage. And then how do you download these videos? Well, there's some links in here. I'm going to give you guys access to this whiteboard in a minute. Don't worry. And you can use these websites to actually download the videos, and then you can stitch them. And I'm actually going to show you guys a live session, editing session of the viral video cheat code. I'm going to break down and edit. I'm going to do an edit for you live so you completely understand how to do this. How do you film the videos? It's very simple. Right here on your phone. You don't need thousands of dollars of camera equipment. You don't need the expensive microphone and the lights. It's very, very simple. Just use your phone. If you have a tripod, good, but not necessary. Same with the light. If you have one, use it. But if you don't, get good lighting, find a window, go into a spot where it has really good overhead lighting. Even if you have to go outside, that's okay. If you're going to do the background remover effect, like I'll show you today, having a solid background is going to be your best friend for doing that green screen effect. So if you have like a white wall, then use that. But that only pertains to if you're going to remove yourself or remove your background out. I'll show you an example of another client that we're working with that doesn't do it. She just keeps her office setting in the back. How do we edit these videos? Well, we're going to edit them right here on CapCut. And I'm going to, sorry guys for the pause. I'm just looking at the questions. So yes, I'm going to try to save 5 to 10 minutes at the end of today's session to do a Q&A. So I'm not always looking back and forth on the question. So how we edit these videos, CapCut, they have a version on PC and they also have a version on the phone. And it's very, very simple. All we need to do is just trim the fat off the meat, trim the unnecessary parts, do a background remove effect if that's what your style is, and then add captions. So very, very simple. We just trim the pieces that we need, add some captions, and then if you need the bonus part of removing yourself from the background, then you can do that as well. And here are some screenshots of those editing features that we'll be using today in the example. How do we make the thumbnails? Very, very simple. You can use CapCut or Canva. I'm using Canva right now for this whiteboard, but CapCut has thumbnail builders embedded into their editing software. So all you have to do is just use a still frame from the video that is going to kind of pique some interest. Don't use like a boring shot. Use something that's going to pique the interest, and then add some big bolded words. Try to keep it simple, something that's going to gravitate people to want to actually click. Now, how do we title the videos? I've noticed that when I title the videos very descriptive and I try to be all smart with it, it just never worked. So the best titles are the easy understanding titles, 5 to 7 words. All the words are easy for everyone to understand. And why is that? Americans actually read at a 6th grade reading level. I put the screenshot of the statistic here. I know it's very, very sad to say, but it's just the truth. So make sure that you dumb down the title so people can understand it without having to really think about it. They can click on it if there's a good thumbnail, and then boom, those metrics are going to help improve your video go viral. So then where do we post these videos? We're actually going to post them back to social media where we found them. I use a scheduler called Metricool. Very simple. You can load all of your social media accounts into the calendar. You make your post, it sends it out to all of the platforms in the click of one button. They actually have a free account. Go and use Metricool. There are some other ones that we use too, but I really, really like Metricool. So before we get into editing, I want to give you guys some freebies and an opportunity to grab some of these ebooks. I just launched my second ebook called 100 Content Creating Tips, and I worked really, really hard to get that out for you guys this week. That is kind of all the tips and thinking that I could get behind what I've done over, almost the past decade. And I just packed it into 100 tips content creating wise. So a lot of value. Go check out that book. There's a QR code and there's a link. And also in the chat, on the Zoom chat, I just dropped the link for you guys as well. So you can just click onto the whiteboard, have access to this. So you always have an understanding of something to go back on. And then I also have a viral video cheat code coaching session, free one-on-one strategy session that if you want to sign up, you fill out this form, scan this QR code to take you to the form, fill out the form. It just has some basic information about what you're doing. And then you can actually book a call with me after you fill out the form. It'll give you a link. Go ahead, book out that call with me. We'll sit down for about 30 minutes. I'll learn about what you're doing, what your content strategy is right now. How can we implement the viral video cheat code into the strategy that you have? And then hopefully we can make some magic happen in that 30 minutes. And a lot of people are saying they're getting a lot of value out of that. So take advantage of that while that is still free. In the new year, I might make that more of a paid offer. So another viral video cheat code ebook is right here. This is just the written format of today's webinar. So if you're a person that likes to read, go ahead, viralvideocheatcode.com. You can get the download directly from there. So those are our freebies of today. And this is Adam. He is an estate planning lawyer out in Texas. He's implementing the viral video cheat code. We also have Angie who's doing it too. I have a couple of people that are getting some good results from these webinars that are doing it. So it's really, really fun. It's really easy to set up. And I want to actually show you guys a viral video cheat code edit live in person. So I'm going to pull up my CapCut. We're going to edit one of these videos together so you have a good understanding of how to do this on your own. So boom, let's pull up CapCut. All right. So this video that I have today is based in the real estate industry. I know that we have a lot of realtors in the TikTok marketing group. So I wanted to just do something that's familiar to you guys. I found the video online of a really nice, beautiful house in Texas. But when you think about moving to Texas, what do you think about? Probably moving to Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, kind of like the big city areas, right? So this video has a $475,000 house. As you can see, it is really nice. And it's just very misleading because it's near the US Mexico border, which is nothing wrong with that, but that's why the price of that is the way that it is. So I kind of called that out. And there's a lot of misinformation, guys, that you could be calling out online that you see in videos. You probably, especially you guys in the professional spaces, you probably see so much junk and garbage out there that you should be commentating on and putting your expert opinion on and really leveraging and positioning yourself as the expert that would do really, really good. So I'm going to play this example, then we're going to delete it, and then we're going to put it all back together again. So let's watch it.
This is what 475K really buys you in Texas. Now, when most people watch this, they're probably thinking, wow, I'm about to move to Texas right now. But beware of this common trick, because what realtors aren't showing you is the location of these properties. Now, this house is in McAllen, Texas, which is close to the US-Mexico border. Now, look what 475K gets you in Dallas, Houston, and Austin. If you're interested in more real estate content or have a house that you want to buy or sell, follow my page for more.
So boom, that's a 29-second video. We know that within the first 3 seconds, I use a viral video. So we're probably, chances of most likely, I can't put a guarantee. We're going to get people past that first 3 to 5 seconds because that video is already going viral online. So we know that it passes the metric score, that test. And then we're going to start introducing ourselves in there. So now we're creating more engagement. We're interacting with the actual video. And this video alone could probably get you 50, maybe 100,000 views, especially if you get people in the comments going, then it's game over. Once you get people in the comments, that video can really, really take off, and people will just be putting all types of opinions in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to select all of this, and we're going to delete that bad boy. And the first thing that I like to do is I like to grab all of my clips, and then
if you're interested in more real estate content or have
let's say you are starting from a total beginner in CapCut and you have no understanding. So you're going to download CapCut and you're going to open it up and you're going to start a new project. And inside you might be, how do I get my footage in here? And there's an import button right there. So I would recommend you get all of your footage that you're going to use for your video and put it into a folder on your desktop. And then you're going to drag that over, or you can click this import button and import that folder just like I did. Mine's labeled viral video webinar, and you'll see the videos of me, the screenshots that I have, the map, and then the actual viral video. And then we have a TikTok safe area. So that is going to help us not put any words in areas that may be blocked. And I'll give you guys that as well in the email with the replay. So don't worry. So the first thing is first, let's drag all of our clips down the timeline, and you can do it one by one, or just like mass selecting files on any computer. If you hold down shift, the same applies here.
If you're interested in more real estate,
mass selected all of these clips, just a little shortcut that's going to save you time in the long run. So now we have all of our clips down here, and you'll notice at the bottom down here where my mouse cursor is, there is a waveform, and that is the audio. That is the audio form, and you will see that nothing is happening in the dead spaces. That's mainly me turning on the camera, preparing myself. So just like an editor's tip right here, if you see dead space in talking head videos, you can just go ahead and trim that out. So I can just quickly trim those sections just by clicking on the edge and dragging that slider over. Let's say I wanted to get very specific. I could actually grab a razor tool. If you look where my arrow mouse cursor is, and I can select this split tool. And then I could also cut away from here. And then if I wanted to delete those clips, I'd have to go back in here, grab my select tool, click on that, and hit the backspace to delete. Or I could probably right click and hit delete that way too. But it's just easier. Hit the delete backspace button on your keyboard, or do the trimming like this. And then, sorry, I got a dog in the background whining. We have all of our videos trimmed up, just that easy. You'll see, and then we'll drag all of these together like this. And boom. Now all of my videos are pretty much trimmed. I just did a rough trimming.
This is what 475K really buys you in Texas. Now, when most people watch this, they're probably thinking, wow, I'm about to move to Texas right now. But beware of this common trick because what realtors aren't showing you is the location of these properties. Now, this house is in McAllen, Texas, which is close to the US-Mexico border. Now, look what 475K gets you in Dallas, Houston, and Austin. If you're interested in more real estate content or have a house that you want to buy or sell, follow my page for more.
Okay, boom. So we pretty much trimmed it. I'm going to trim a hair off of that section. And then now, how do we get the background gone, right? So let's see if I put the viral video down here, now it's on top. What happened? Oh no, I lost my video. No, don't worry, guys. This works like Photoshop. If you guys are familiar with Photoshop or Canva, everything happens in layers. So my video was on layer 1, and whatever is on the top layer is what's going to be shown. So if I drag my video above, now you can see me. But what happens if I want to remove my background? Because you see I'm in my garage and I have a white piece of paper behind me. How do I get rid of that? I'm going to go into this top right section up here in our video tab, and where you'll see like scale and all that, there's a button called remove BG. That means remove background. We can do an auto removal just like that with the click of one button. It's really, really cool. I love that feature. So now I am completely auto removed. And then what I'll do is go ahead and remove the other clips. And why I love CapCut is while it's removing, we can still edit. And it only takes about 1 minute to remove the background on all these clips. So now we have our footage imported. We trimmed the footage. We have our viral video. We're removing the background. Now let's actually piece the video together. So we got to remember to use about 2 to 3 seconds of the viral video. That's the whole point of this, is to leverage a viral video as a hook. So let's take 2 to 3 seconds and then we'll pause. Okay, so before we even get into the interior of the house, I will do something called a freeze frame. So what is a freeze frame? If you go over here, it's a screenshot of that frame. You can drag it out for however long of a duration that you want. And how do you get that? You come over here to this toolbar where my mouse cursor is, and you will see freeze. So boom, as soon as I do that, now you'll notice some things change on my timeline, and now I can drag out this freeze frame for however long I want. So I want my first video clip to be on this timeline.
This is what 475K really buys you in Texas.
Okay, and then now what we're going to do is play a little bit more of the video. We'll show the interior now because we're reeling our viewer in. This is what 475K really buys you in Texas.
Really buys you in Texas.
And then we'll pause it again right here, seeing some interior shots. And then now we're going to introduce the talking head, the explanation.
Now, when most people watch this, they're probably thinking, wow, I'm about to move to Texas right now.
Which is funny because not knowing where some of you guys are, but in Maryland, the housing market is absolutely different compared to other states. It's probably a little similar to California. So 475 would not get you a house anywhere close to that. But let's go ahead into our next clip.
To move to Texas right now. But beware of this common trick because what realtors aren't showing you is the location of these properties.
Okay, so now when I'm actually doing a second, there's like that split in between.
Now, but be
that second part, I could keep this background what it is, or if I wanted to, I could just grab a freeze frame from another spot of the video and then just add it there. So when I do that cut, it feels like I'm breaking attention that way. So that's just, again, another little editing tip that you can do, and I'll show you the before and after. This is the after.
Now, when most people watch this, they're probably thinking, wow, I'm about to move to Texas right now. But beware of this common trick because what realtors aren't showing you is the location of these properties.
So you'll notice in the background, just that little switch makes a huge difference versus before.
Now, when most people watch this, they're probably thinking, wow, I'm about to move to Texas right now. But beware of this common trick because what realtors aren't showing you is the location of these properties.
So just a little subtle tweak can really help enhance your video. So just breaking your attention again, it's another talking point, keeps that viewer reeled in and engaged. So now let's hear our third talking point.
Now this house is in McAllen, Texas, which is close to the US-Mexico border.
So during this section, I actually want to put the map. So I'm going to put the map underneath me because everything works in layers. I want to be on the top. So we have the map and we have McAllen right there. And then now I'm actually pointing to the wrong side. So again, back where we grabbed the freeze frame, we can actually mirror myself. So now it looks like I'm pointing to the right side. I can enlarge myself just by dragging one of these 4 dots. You'll see right here is one of them, or I could use the scale slider here with the position sliders as well. It's on the X and Y axis. So I hope you guys paid attention in algebra because now it is coming back to that. So
now this house is in McAllen, Texas, which is close to the US-Mexico border.
Boom. So now let's hear our next talking point.
What 470 border. Now look what 475K gets you in Dallas, Houston, and Austin.
Okay, so now I'm talking about Dallas, Houston, and Austin. So now what I need to do is grab my Zillow screenshots. Dallas, Houston, and let's throw Austin down. And then now I want those to hit exactly on the timing of when I'm talking about this.
Mexico border. Now look what 475K gets you in Dallas.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is there's some black bars on the side from that screenshot. It's just not optimized properly. So I'm just going to scale it up just a little bit. And then now before I even say
475K gets you in Dallas,
I want this to be blurred. Since Zillow's done such a good job with branding, what the human mind will start to think about when I have it blurred is it will want to see it revealed. So if I add a blur, you'll know it's Zillow without even seeing Zillow because they've done such a good job branding wise. Everyone knows that deep blue. But now your brain kind of like wants to see what is behind that blur. So that's why I do like this little subtle blur effect on some of the reveals. There's many ways that you can adopt that same strategy into whatever industry and whatever editing techniques you need to do. So just remember little things like that.
Now look what 475K gets you in Dallas.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mirror myself again. So when I point, I'm pointing to the side where the numbers are. So I just mirrored myself to...
It gets you in Dallas, Houston.
And to not have such a weird abrupt cut.
Dallas.
What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to rotate myself a little bit, put myself in the corner. So now you can actually see the house behind this as well.
5K gets you in Dallas, Houston.
Then we got to do the same thing.
Houston.
With this behind us, there's some black bars, so we need to zoom in. And I might as well do the same thing where I rotate myself and put myself in the corner just a little. And I'll do it this way.
Houston and all.
Same thing. We got the black bars behind there. Just need to optimize that clip so it fits. I'll even drag myself down a little bit to really be able to see.
Houston and Austin.
And now the last part.
If you're interested in more real estate content or have a house you want to buy or sell, follow my page for more.
So I'll notice that if we put up our TikTok checker, when I want people to follow us, I'm pointing to the wrong side. So again, we need to use that mirror tool. Very simple. When you use this TikTok safeguard, or it applies to all of them, Instagram, YouTube, they all have the right-hand columns with like, follow, comment, share, etc. This is just a good checker to make sure that you're doing things right. So now what we need to do is add another freeze frame. I like this one. Let's grab one more, maybe like this mirror shot. So I have 2 freeze frames right there. Get rid of these video clips. We won't need those anymore. Trim them to fit the talking head. And now it's live.
If you're interested in more real estate content or have a house you want to buy or sell, follow my page for more.
Okay. So boom, we have that. And then now this video is actually pieced together really nicely. The last thing we need to do is add some captions on this video. So I'm going to click here on the auto captions. On this left-hand side, you'll see text, similar, very close to that import button. You'll see some text. We will generate that text. I'm going to plug my laptop in because the battery's low. And then now,
this is what 470.
You will see we have some auto captions generated. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of that gap. I'm going to come over here into this templates tab right here. And this is where you'll see probably captions that you see online all the time. So now we have captions that we could choose from. You can click around, see which ones that you really like. See how this one
This is what 475K really buys you in Texas.
Okay, and just drag this up.
Now, when most people watch this, they're probably thinking, wow, I'm about to move to Texas right now. But beware of this common trick, because what realtors aren't showing you is the location of these properties. Now, this house is in McAllen, Texas, which is close to the US-Mexico border. Now, look what 475K gets you in Dallas.
Let's drag that out. And there was a space because I said 475. It really does have some sensitivity with the auto captions, so just be careful of how you pronounce certain words.
Now look what 475K gets you in Dallas, Houston, and Austin.
And then it didn't pick up and Austin, it said and, so we'll just fix that. It's very simple.
And Austin, if you're interested in more real estate content or have a house you want to buy or sell, follow my page for more.
Boom. And then let's say I wanted to just go another step up. I can come over here into the stickers tab close to where we grabbed our blur effect. And I could just drag a sticker over here.
Follow my.
I can make it small. I can drag it over here to my corner. And then you'll see all these other stickers that you could potentially use. So let's watch it.
This is what really buys you in Texas. When most people watch this, they're probably thinking, wow, I'm about to move to Texas right now. But beware of this common trick, because what realtors aren't showing you is the location of these properties. Now, this house is in McAllen, Texas, which is close to the US-Mexico border. Now, look what 475K gets you in Dallas, Houston, Austin. If you're interested in more real estate content or have a house you want to buy or sell, follow my page for more.
Boom. So that is the viral video cheat code. You guys just saw me edit it live. Now, it took me about 5 minutes and maybe another 5 minutes of getting the screenshots together. So about 10 minutes in pre-production, filming and getting all the materials I needed. And then we edited it in like 10, 15 minutes. So these videos shouldn't take you any longer than about 30 minutes if you're doing them yourself. Obviously, after you get some reps in, if it's your first time editing, it's going to take you a little bit longer to get that going. But everything is about reps. So the more reps that you get into editing, the better you will get at it. Or if you want to outsource like something like that, you can always go to Fiverr. You can always reach out to my agency and my team, because that's what we specialize in, is video editing. And we could develop a package where we could take care of that for you. But you now have the tools and you are equipped with the resources to get that done. If you guys want a copy of today's webinar, we're going to move into some Q&As and answer some people's questions about everything social media related. Go ahead, drop your email in the chat. If you haven't filled out one of those forms or got the ebooks, then drop your email in the chat. I'll make sure that you get a webinar replay of today. So you can always go back and follow the instructions in the tutorial for the editing. I also have some other editing tutorials on my YouTube channel that really could help out a lot of people. Go check out my YouTube. All you have to do is just look up my name, Jordan Vinum, on YouTube, and you will be able to find it. So let's go into some of the Q&As. You have to know how to do the video. Put your own text on a pause and open it. Yeah, so yeah, they're kind of considered stitch reaction videos. A lot of people are calling them the viral hooks. I call it the viral video cheat code because it's really easy to take a viral hook. Now, take like one of those hooks and then like talk about it and get a lot of views from that. I'm also working on getting a package. I had a Discord group where we were finding the videos and organizing them out for like per industry, but I'm thinking about just selling like 1,000 videos for $10, like in a Google Drive folder. So there's like 1,000 viral video hooks that you can take and then just piece it into your videos. If that is that something that you guys would be interested in, so you don't even have to go scroll online on social media, write in the chat if you guys are interested in something like that. I was thinking like 1,000 videos for 10, 15, maybe even like $20. And then that way you guys don't even have to search. You can just take, go into the Google Drive, find a viral hook, use that on your own video. Yeah, he is popular. I think you're talking about Alex Hormozy. How do you link the viral video that links to your products or service? So on TikTok, if you have like a TikTok shop, you can definitely do that. On YouTube, there's a descriptions inside of there. Facebook, you can have clickable links. Instagram, you're going to have to point people to your bio or your stories using the comments and the description section because they don't have clickable links in their descriptions. So, but people are smart by nature. Like if they're really interested in they're going to come check out your page, learn a little bit more about what you're doing. So hopefully you have some other content, not viral content, but some more conversion content, because this is good for reaching a large audience of people. But we have to remember that at the end of the day, we still need to have some conversion content. So once those people come to our page, that content is educating them, informing them, and engaging them directly to some sort of call to action. Yes, you have to edit using the software. It's called CapCut. Not sure if you can use Canva Pro with it. You probably can. It might take you a little bit longer to do some of the things. That's why I tend to stick with CapCut. It's very easy. It's very user-friendly. A lot of tutorial videos and resources online. If you get stuck on something, that you can pretty much just Google how to grab it. Got to grab their attention. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Grabbing people's attention is key. If you lose them in the first 3 to 5 seconds, you lose that viewer forever. So if you can't grab that person in the first 3 to 5 seconds and they swipe away, it's dinging your video. It's hurting you inside the algorithm. And chances are a lot of your videos that are 200 to 500 views, if you look at the metrics, the average watch time, I can almost put a bet on it. It's going to be like 5 to 7 seconds, if even that. I've seen it as low as like 3 seconds because people are just swiping away. TikTok has a really good analytics viewer where it shows you the actual drop off. Same with YouTube, where we try to get to a certain threshold of average watch time. Positioning yourself as a thought leader. Absolutely. That's what I would be doing all day if I was in someone like an attorney or an accountant. I'd be finding junk online and I would just be talking about it. I'd probably block off like an hour, 2 hours every day, and then just get an editor and cut up those videos and just push them out. Not only would they be entertaining, but they would be informing, right? So once you can mix those two together, it gets wild what you can do online. 50 to 100,000. Wow, that would be amazing just to get past 200 views. Oh yeah, well with this strategy, if you book a one-on-one with me, I can guarantee you we'll get you way past your 200 views on there. Lots of good insights. Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate that you were able to get some takeaways from this. How do you tell what to cut out? So you should just know, watching the video, grab something that is very interesting in that 3 to 5 seconds and, use that as your viral hook. Most of the time, if we do the 1,000 video pack, that viral video hook will already be cut up for you. See some emails in here. Thank you guys. We will be sending you the webinar replays. How would you do this as an author / motivational speaker? So this is great. You could take there's always like clips online of people walking up to others on the street, hearing about their stories. You could probably just take like a 3 to 5 second interaction of that, and then you could give a motivational talk. Author wise, depending on what book, what genre you're in, very simple. You could just find some sort of emotional clip online that kind of pertains to what you're getting ready to talk about, and then just use that video as your viral hook, and then make sure your video is engaging afterwards, and you should do good. Thank you for another email. interested, that would be awesome to save a lot of time. Yeah, please give an example of what a package would cost. Well, for the viral video package, we're going to give you 1,000 viral hooks, and it'll be anywhere between, you know, $10 to $20. Very affordable, very simple. Is this the paid version of CapCut? Yeah, I am using the paid version of CapCut. It's like $10 a month compared to our Adobe software, which is like $60, maybe a little bit more. You know, gonna save 5 times the amount versus Adobe, and you get some extra add-ons with that. This was extremely helpful. Thank you for breaking it down. Now that I see how easy to use CapCut, I'm willing to try it. Absolutely, Natalie. And if you ever get stuck, here, I'm gonna drop my email in this chat for you guys. If you ever get stuck or just want to ask me questions, please feel free to send me an email. Any way I can help you guys out, I will be doing that. Yeah, it'll save a ton of time. Absolutely, absolutely. What I meant was, if all frames look the same, how do you know where to cut? Just pick one of them. That's what I would do, right? If they all look the same, then you probably aren't going to have too many variables inside of that. So if they look similar, just pick one that you think will do best. Hey, thank you, Denise. I appreciate that. I need to get more active on my TikTok. I had a good run, like 17,000 followers, and then sadly stopped posting. The algorithms just kind of changed. Not sure if you guys noticed a lot of the TikTok shop videos. But yeah, how do you match the frames with the audio? Sorry, I'm just like having a little bit of trouble understanding. Roy, do you want to just unmute yourself real quick and kind of explain what you're asking?
Yeah, what I was looking at was while you had the different rows, that you have a row with the one that's going to be on top, and then the one that's going to show up here, and the one that's going to show up on the bottom, and you're cutting those up, and you have the video of you without with the background cut out where you're talking. How do you match? How do you know where to match that up with the backgrounds that you're actually showing?
Right. So you're saying like this is what 475K really looks like. How do I know what background I'm going to show with that?
Exactly.
Yeah. So again, I've done this a lot, so I've had a lot of reps. So I probably kind of sped through that. So my apologies. I've watched the video a lot of times, so I kind of just knew 475K. Since I'm talking about it, I want to show the title screen that has it behind me, and I wanted to show the exterior of the house because that's kind of like the curb appeal of it. So just like the mental note of like, hey, I'm introducing the video. I kind of want to be in like the front of the house and make sure that title, what 475K really buys you in Texas, and kind of just goes hand in hand together. The other ones, like these, I just freestyled them where I was like, you know what? When I paused the video, I just kind of left the kitchen shot. So we're kind of in a different frame of the kitchen shot. There's no right or wrong with this. I could have used the bathroom. I could have used like the living room here. I think this is like a master bedroom. The one that does make sense where you do need to be spot on with is like when I'm talking about the map. I made sure that I put the map behind me because I'm obviously talking about the geographical location, and then the Zillow screenshots. Since I was talking about this is what it gets you in Dallas, Houston, Austin, I just made sure that the video clips underneath me were the actual screenshots. So what industry or niche are you in?
I'm doing affiliate and network marketing.
Okay, so with affiliate and network marketing, so what I would do is, let me think, because that's interesting. There's definitely a lot of opportunity, probably a lot of video viral hooks that you could grab of people just talking about how much money they made in the past 30, 90 days. And you can educate on that. You can kind of drive some bewares. There's a lot of big bold claims online, but if you guys don't put the hard work in or have the right strategy, coach, etc., to follow and help you with this, then chances are you're probably not going to meet your goals and this or not. Or you could do videos where you could highlight how much money someone did make within the past 30, 60, 90 days. And they did that through the vehicle of affiliate marketing. What's affiliate marketing? This is what it is, and you kind of just break down what is affiliate marketing: educational, but entertaining in the same role. So that would be something that you could do. So I hope that kind of answers your questions. I did work with someone with the affiliate marketing space and online marketing, and we kind of leveraged them. We were kind of calling out some bad actors in the space. So that was kind of her approach to it. And then obviously, if you put drama on anything online, it'll take off. So sad to say, but it's just kind of true.
Yeah, one of the things we have to worry about with affiliate marketing is you can't make claims that you're say I can't. If you come with me, I'm going to make you $1,000 in 10 minutes.
Right.
You can't make claims like that.
Yeah, and that's something that would be good for you to actually educate someone on. So if you see someone talking about, we're going to make you thousands of dollars in, the next 7 days, chances are you need to be aware of them because something's fishy about that. So that's how I would position you as kind of like an expert and industry leader in that situation where you're getting, that's just one idea that you can do. Do you have a niche industry? I'm in the healthcare space. So depending on what are you doing, like healthcare consulting, what kind of healthcare are you doing? Definitely a lot of opportunity to talk inside of that space. For your company, what would be the cost of your services for mental health with virtual reality therapy? Like social media marketing? And like us doing videos for your mental health, virtual reality therapy. That sounds really, really interesting. Yeah, LaVon, if you can write your email in the chat if you have. Actually, I have it down here. I have your email. I'll reach out to you personally, and we'll kind of discuss prices. But I always do a trial package with everyone for the first month. So you always get a good deal in your first month. Just get people introduced, get started into actually doing the video creation. So we always do a trial. Awesome. All right, guys. Is there any more questions on here? I know that we moved a little fast today. There is a recording. You will get the replay of this webinar. And then what's up, my Facebook peeps? I went live on Facebook today. Thank you, Denise. I really appreciate your engagement today, and I'll be following up with you. We went live today on Facebook. Hopefully we had some Facebook people showing us some love. Wanted to give an opportunity for everyone.
Are you going to put down your Facebook page, your link?
Yeah, sure. Let me grab that for you.
I have one question.
Yes.
You told us that we could get a set of videos that we could use for like $20, you said, from you?
Yep. Is that something you're interested in?
Yeah, definitely. Because I don't know like what videos I can and cannot use, like which ones I'll get sued over using.
Right. Well, as long as you actually edit over top of the videos and you're putting like your captions and stuff, it actually counts as an original use video. So you are clearing yourself from the copyright rules. Obviously, we can't use heavily copyrighted material like movies and like music videos and stuff like that, but those are kind of like two givens. So as long, and then, obviously try to tie back to original creator as much as you can. But if you're stitching it and you're adding your own content inside of there, you don't need to tag anyone. You don't have to credit anyone. It becomes a original use piece. And you can also, if you're monetized, it does not give you any copyright strikes. We get paid off of the views of these videos as well. So it does, meet all the eligibility requirements for monetization on all platforms. So that was a good question to bring up. I meant to talk about that earlier.
Thank you.
Of course. And then Charles, did you drop your email in the chat?
I did, yeah. CharlieDerenzo1@gmail.com.
Okay, good. I will I'm gonna work on getting that 1,000 video pack today for you guys. And when I send out the replay, I'll include it in there as well. So
will it be like I don't know, like individually designed like for me, like self-help books and motivation.
We'll have to at first it'll probably be one big Google Drive folder, and then I'll eventually start working with my team on, you know, filtering and sorting it out to certain sections, like what would do well, what industry would do well with this video. But not gonna lie, in the beginning, it's gonna be about 1,000 videos in a folder that you can kind of just scroll through, take a couple of minutes. At least you know that these are vetted for viral hooks.
Yeah.
That'll save you some time that way.
Use your imagination from there.
Right.
Alrighty. Thank you again.
Of course. Thank you guys. Thank you, LaFon. Yes. Go run to your meetings, guys. It's lunchtime, depending on where you are on this side of the earth. I appreciate every single one of you for joining here. Again, connect with me on Alignable. If you can leave a review, if you were able to get any good takeaways from this, please leave a review on Alignable. It means a lot to us small business owners. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope that you message me back and say, Jordan, I got my first 100,000 views. I used the viral video cheat code and it worked. That would be awesome. So I know you guys can do it. Just put the work in. Take care, everybody.